Yo, what's up, wonderful people of Earth? How are you doing today? When you hear the word love, what comes to your mind? Is it family, friends, your spouse, or even your pet? Because here we are all about unconditional love, peace, forgiveness, unity, and respect. And with your help, you wonderful soul, we can spread this message to the whole world. Kindly watch till the end. Straight out of Africa with good vibes, lots of good vibes. Leave a comment there and tell us where you're watching from. Let's dive in. Good vibes till the end, man. Huh. What is happening here? Oh my god. Oh, this fish is like it's moving other fish. Is this how a fish gives birth or what's up? Or this the fish it had eaten? Oh my god, this is surprising. What is happening here? Oh my god. Please, if you know what's going on, leave some comment there. Oh, see, I can't understand this. If this is fish giving birth.
What? Yo.
There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger
I hope
today.
they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
If somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising, blackmail me with money, go yourself.
But
Go yourself. Is that clear? I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel. Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift. Maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising. If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
F-Y.
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do? It's going to kill the company.
And do you think that
And the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh yeah.
They're going to say,
Tell it to Earth.
but they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things, and that they were inappropriate things, and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
Facts. Now I know, listen. I know Elon there's been evidence coming out about Elon, Antichrist, all this other bullshit. But the world is a stage, I know. And I know this is fucking with me because they play on the human psyche. They're playing chess while we play checkers. How many of you guys would love to see that happen? So the world would turn on them by design. Also by design that retail is allowed to have shoplifting soon happen under $1,000, which would stop again corporations and people boycott. And then a savior comes and have us under one global agenda. Tell me I'm not the only one watching this play out. The old me would go, yeah, let's boycott. But I now see that's what they want us to do. Yo.
Oh my god. Ha! Oh, that was crazy, man. What type of rain is that? Ah, yeah. Oh, look at this. This is information here that is telling us or showing the help of true love. You see, true love sometimes is amazing and helps people in incredible ways. You see, Stick to your love mates, to those you love out there, and be good, man. And share love to everybody. Unconditional love is what we are all about here. Love to everyone. You see? Oh, what happened? And some guy there came and it's like he talked bad because of the other guy. And this other guy decided to.
Everybody wants to know where that huge craft is that Ross Coulthart was talking about and where it is located. Well, there's information out here that could possibly be that craft. Now, I'm not saying this is that craft, but if this is true, what this guy is saying, then possibly this is the one that they're referring to. And if this is true, this is the most ultimate news about UFOs I have ever heard in my life. Check this out.
For those of you that don't know, there is a spacecraft that has melted out of the ice in Greenland. As you know, the North Pole has melted completely. You can go from London to Moscow or to Russia by going over the North Pole now. All the ice cap is gone. The last place that has ice on it was Greenland. Greenland had a 18,000-foot ice cap on it. Well, the spacecraft that is anchored in the center of Greenland created the last ice age 50,000 years ago. It's a weather machine. It's 55 miles wide, 300 miles long, and 2 miles high. People that lived in it were called the Mois. If you draw a straight line from the spacecraft to the Washington Monument in Washington, D.C., through the Yucatan Peninsula Great Pyramid at Mitsubishi, it ends up on Easter Island where the Mois have been dug out of the dirt. The heads on Easter Island, well, 2 years ago, they finally went ahead and they excavated, and they're all 65 to 85 foot people, full body carvings. And these were the people that lived in the spacecraft that was uncovered that's melting out of the ice in Greenland. So when you think we've been alone, these people have been up there for 50,000 years. The spacecraft is still active after 50,000 years. It has a 200-mile dampening field where no electrons can flow into it. In 1947, a B-52 bomber flew into that pattern, into the dampening field, when trying to fly between Maine and London. As a result of that, they lost power and crashed in Greenland. As they sent in rescue B-52 bombers to rescue them, they hit that same dampening field, but they veered off. They just ricocheted off of it. By testing, trying to get to these guys, they were able to bring a circumference and find out that there was an object 200 miles to the center of this field. On the southwest corner of Greenland, there is a small community. It's the only community on the island of Greenland. That community is a military post, CIA, that uses a compressed air generator to operate diesel engines to run a Caterpillar to run back and forth to 200 miles from the base to the object in Greenland. A lot of our technology comes from the reverse engineering out of the spacecraft. It is still functional and is still in operation.
Now, I've heard several stories about this craft. I did not realize that it was that huge. I did not realize that this is probably that craft. I want to credit my friend Pleiadian Indigo for sending me the information on this, because this is absolutely amazing. I'm telling you now that if this is true, I'm pretty positive that this is the craft that Ross Coulthart is talking about. Guys, there's not information on the planet more important than this, if this is true. I mean, this is awesome. It is. Leave your comments. Tell me what you think.
Oh my god, that's creepy. What do you think about it?
Manipulation is when they blame you for your reaction to their disrespect. They can do whatever they want and they can say whatever they want, but the moment you react, they blow up. I have absolutely no time for people like that in my life at all. I'm out.
Many changes have begun, even to your DNA. There are now millions of people in the world whose DNA is not as it was just a scant few years ago. And it is spreading like a virus. It's not a contagion. It's that when one's vibration rises, when one's consciousness expands, when one's awareness broadens, It changes everything around it. And so when you, with your enhanced DNA, come into contact with any others, it changes them to some degree or another, depending on their own makeup, which includes their beliefs, their understandings, their history, and everything else about them. You could cause them to go into an instant enlightenment. There are not that many individuals where that would happen. But you certainly would cause them to, let's say you planted a seed in their consciousness just by being in their proximity. That is how this change is spreading.
They are portals. The moon is empty. You can see on the new moon, you can see a ring. And there's black, and you can see it's a hole. Clearly, it's a hole. You go through it.
The moon is not a piece of rock, but it is a plasma phenomenon, cosmic plasma. And that this fact will eventually be confirmed. I made certain predictions which were already confirmed in 1958. If the moon is a plasma, no man will ever land on it. The soft landing attempts will all fail.
But the Americans and Russians are thinking of landing men on it.
Oh, well, that will never happen. Will never happen.
Oh, you're telling me there's no moon there?
There is. There is.
It's not a solid object. Is that what? Is that? I mean,
not solid as we know solid. It's a more attenuated transcendental material. Atoms can act differently when they're in a different dimension. It's transcendental. What you are seeing there is the dance of the gods, the moon, the sun. These are gods. They are gods. They are archangels. The Jews, they'll tell you in Kabbalah, they'll tell you the moon is Raphael, Mercury is Gabriel, etc. The sun is Michael.
Oh my god, please leave your thoughts on that. Good vibes, animals.
You want to know
good
if a woman
vibes.
likes you? Truly likes you? Hug her. You want some real game now? 164 people watching? Hug a woman. Bring her in and hug her. Does she put her head on your chest? Does she melt into you? That's a woman who truly loves you. Truly. Does she hug you like? The hug tells the truth. The hug. Even subtle touching. Hold her hand. How does she hold your hand back? Does she move her hand away? Is it a loose hold? She barely hold my pinky, motherfucker. Those are those little things tell you if a woman truly loves you. Y'all are gonna go home and do the hug test later. Give your woman a hug. How's she hug you back? Does she melt into you? Or does she like, this is the truth, man. I want every man watching me, and I'm going to end the show, to be with women that want to be with them.
Now, is that true to those guys in relationship?
So the elite are building bunkers, and you don't think that they have a little bit of a heads up, and everybody is building bunkers right now? The amount of bunkers being built currently right now is astonishing. If you don't think that the elite has a little bit of a heads up, you should probably check out the articles going on. Do you really think that millionaires and billionaires are going to tell you why they're building a bunker? We got Post Malone right here that just bought one in Nevada. This is happening, you guys, whether you see it or not. They see the fear, they see what's happening in society, and they're wanting to prep themselves. So why not start prepping now? Start prepping small. And also, you don't have to have a bunker. You can bug in or you can bug out. Bugging in is a lot safer of an option, so versus bugging out. However, you want to bug in and you want to start prepping now because the world is shaking. And if you don't see that, you're blind. Then there's nothing I can do for you. So as always, be aware, stay prepared, and always have your head on a swivel.
The best bunker is an aura of good love.
Demonstration of the inverse square law for light. I have one of those old style overhead projectors, a mask on it that has a square cut out of it, so I can project a square up on the board. And right now, the projector is 1 meter away from the wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark the outline of that square on the wall. And now I'm going to move the cart so it's 2 meters away from the wall instead of 1. 2 meters away. I'm going to get it lined up here. Again, I'm going to outline the lit box. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the projector so now it's 3 meters away. Now I'll trace the outline again and then we'll turn on the room lights. And I'll turn off the projector. This was at 1 meter. That amount of light was hitting the board, concentrated in that area. But when I move the projector twice as far away, so it was at 2 meters, you can see that the same amount of light was spread out over an area 4 times larger. So the light is less concentrated, it's less bright. Same amount of power, same wattage of light, same luminosity, to use the astronomy term, is spread out over 4 times the area. And when I move the projector to 3 meters away, then that same amount of light was spread out over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 boxes. So the brightness of the light must be 1/9. If you triple the distance, the brightness of the light source becomes 1/9 as great.
Oh, that's interesting, man. That's some nice knowledge. Hmm. And some guy here was rescuing a deer trapped on a frozen river. Oh my god. This is some definitely some good vibes person, you see. But I'm also surprised that in some places that some rivers can freeze. Oh my god! You mean that these guys are in a river and it is frozen? And, oh, how is this even possible? You see, I cannot even fathom this because from this side of the world, we even never see freezing stuff or ice or anything like that or even snow. You see, now me seeing this guy moving in some frozen river is incredible. And wondering, oh my god, how is this even possible? Oh, you see, this is nice too. But this guy is some good vibes guy. You see, he came to rescue this animal out there, and this odd animal, he does not know it. They don't know each other, but he understands that they share some DNA with this animal, and he decided to show some love. You see, this is incredible, man. Good vibes. This is nice. This is a wonderful guy. Huh. But oh my god, how does this even happen? How? Oh, what? But this guy, how you guys do mean where you come from? Rivers freeze like this, like this? How? This is you see, they surprised and amazed because this is a good vibes guy. But now what is even more creepy is the river. It's like this river is all of it is flat and it's like you can walk on it. Oh my god, this is crazy. Ah, you see, I would like to see or have an experience with such a type of a river. Can you walk on it carefully and do not sink? Oh, please share some information if you have ever tried. And some guy here is doing magic and oh man, how is this possible? Oh, that's how these guys trick people and they lie to people and this is how it goes. I never knew. Oh, anyway, that's nice, man. Just people searching for.
If you never colored your hair again, if you never got your nails done, if you never wore eyelash extensions, if you never got fillers or Botox, you never wore compression clothing, you never tried to accentuate things or hide the parts that were considered flaws, you never covered a sunspot, do you believe you are worthy of love? If not, where did you learn that?
Oh my god, you know that?
Today I'm going to teach you the most important lesson in psychology. And the reason why everybody needs to be aware of this is because it affects every area of your life. Now, as a child, when you're born very naive, but you're born with some two elements. You're fearless and you're spontaneous. Over the years, due to societal programming, you get to absorb not just your parental ideology, but your teacher, society, community, and all these things combine with your experience, combine with the emotions, with your thoughts, with every single thing you've ever been through up to this moment in your life. They form something called self-concept. Now, why do many psychologists agree that self-concept is probably the most important thing you could ever learn? Because this one area dictates everything else in your life. Self-concept is made of three things. Number one, you have the ideal self. Your ideal self is the version of you. I'd call it your future version or your best version of yourself. So this is your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your hopes. This is your ideal self. Now, there are two people in the society, people who are very happy, healthy, successful probably, and there are people who want this and they don't have this yet. The difference between these two groups is that the successful folks are very clear on their ideal self. They have a very clear picture on who they want to be. They have a very clear picture on their dream, their goals. They don't come short when it comes to the ideal self, which is very critical. Point number two, in self-concept, we have your self-image. Now, self-image, I like this part, is how you see yourself. Internally, how you see yourself will affect how you act out. This is psychology proven. So if you feel successful inside, if you feel productive inside, if you feel abundant inside, if you feel even healthy inside, that is what will reflect in your outer world. So today, I need you to do an homework and go back. Look at your self-image. Look at how you see yourself. Your self-image will internally will always reflect how you act out externally. Now, number 3 is your self-esteem. Psychologists say this is the most important part of your self-concept. Why is that? Because apparently as humans, everything we do in life, every single thing we do in life is organized around your self-esteem. Would you believe it? Everything we do is to either boost our self-esteem or it takes away from it. Every interaction either boosts it or brings it down. Everything in our life either builds it or brings it down. Every single thing, even the piece of content you're consuming right now, it's either building it or subtracting away from it, guys. Self-esteem, I'd say the simplification of it is how much you like yourself. And most people underestimate this. But if you can work on how much you like yourself internally, I promise it's just a matter of time before you start seeing it replaying in your outside world. Self-concept, guys, if you can hack self-concept, these 3 things, you merge them together, there's no limit that you can't achieve. So for example, in self-esteem, you'll find how the more you do the things that boost your self-esteem, the better things work out for you. So for example, maybe your ideal self, you see yourself as productive during the day. That is your ideal self, right? And now when you measure this up, when you boost this up with your self-image, it boosts your self-esteem. So for you to boost your self-esteem, for example, you need to bridge the gap between your self-ideal, the future version of yourself, and your current self-image. And you can only do that if you're the kind of person that respects who you are at the core. So you live up to the things you say you're gonna do, you become your own best friend, because the world can be so harsh on you. The world can be so mean on you. You don't need to absorb that. You need to be the kind of person that looks in the mirror every day. And if you have to tell yourself 1,000,000 times, I like you in the mirror every morning, go ahead and do it. Because I promise you, if you can bridge that distance and work on your self-concept, you'll start seeing immense changes, not just in your personal life, especially in your career life. You'll start seeing major changes in your finances. Because what happens is that our self-concept actually forms this thing called a comfort zone. So your comfort zone dictates how much you earn in life. So for example, if your self-concept, how you see yourself is that you earn, let's say $50,000 a year, I promise you're never gonna earn beyond that. You are never gonna earn beyond that. So you need to start reprogramming your mind. How do I see myself? Am I the kind of person that believes I could increase my income in a short span? Or am I the kind of person that thinks it takes a whole lot of work to be that person? Guys, the only way you get out of your comfort zone is to work on your self-concept. You work on your self-concept, you start seeing changes in every area of your life. Just try it and let me know. Cheers.
You are loved, respected, and you are a lovely soul, man. Big up yourself.
Look at him. He's such an actor. Hey, my boy. Look. He's still fully coherent, y'all. Do not fall for it. Do not fall for it. You're so dramatic, bro. Can I give you a kiss? No, sir. Look at that thing. Oh, that boy look mean. But he actually nice, though. He's a good kid. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What do you call that animal? Have you ever seen it?
I call this liquid gold. It's homemade minced garlic. You gotta try it. Just grab 2 to 3 heads of garlic, smash them into individual cloves, and pop the paper off. It's a little bit of work, but it's definitely worth it. Grab a blender, or this is a mini food chopper. Put the cloves in there. You'll want good extra virgin olive oil for this recipe. Pour enough just to cover the garlic, and then pulse it till it's finely minced. Transfer it to a glass jar. It doesn't have a harsh flavor like raw garlic, and it won't burn like fresh garlic does in the pan.
Wow, that's nice. Oh, that's interesting.
Is it ever okay to cheat in a relationship?
What is cheat?
Having 2 girlfriends at the same time or 2 boyfriends at the same time?
It's not legal, right?
No, it's legal. It's legal.
What?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I thought it's illegal, right?
Oh, okay. Illegal. I love that.
God, you see, that is wonderful. And that's raising that full, wonderful human filled with love, man. And with wonderful thoughts. So pure and innocent. And it's nice, man. Big up to all guys that have watched up to this far. You're definitely an incredible human. Kindly hit the like button, leave some comments there, and tell us what you think about the videos. You see, spread love to those around you, and caring, respect, and honesty, so that we can have a wonderful world full of love. Watch till the end and help spread this message of love. You can also hit the super thanks if you are able, and good vibes to you. Let's keep watching, man.
There is something we call familiar spirits, and there is something we call monitoring spirits. Most people are familiar with monitoring spirits, but very few people are familiar with familiar spirits. And what I want you to understand today is that familiar spirits are far more dangerous than monitoring spirits. And that is because monitoring spirits can only move based on what they know about you. Meaning, as long as you keep your mouth shut, you won't have to watch your back. They won't be able to afflict you. Because monitoring spirits are not like God. Unlike God, they are not omniscient, meaning they cannot read your mind. I'll quickly give an example here and we go deeper. Then I talk about familiar spirits because that's what I want to talk to you guys about, and it's going to be very powerful. In the Bible, we see a man called Samson. His destiny is to deliver, or rather his assignment is to deliver the children of Israel from the hands of the Philistines. And the Philistines could not stop him as long as they did not know his secret. But they strategically positioned a monitoring spirit in his life. And in this case, we are talking about Delilah. Delilah kept on asking Samson, Samson, what is your secret? Where is your power? What gives you power? And as long as he lied about the source of his strength, the Philistines could not overthrow him. It was until he shared and told Delilah that his strength was in his hair that the Philistines were able to take him to a barber shop and removed his hair. And after that, a man with the destiny of a lion died like a hyena because of a monitoring spirit. What would have happened to Samson if he did not share his secret to and with Delilah? I believe Samson will have fulfilled his assignment. A lot of people can't progress in life, can't make progress in any way because of the people around them. The people around them are portals to monitoring spirits. They are a harbor to monitoring spirits. That every time you share your goals, your dreams, and your plans, rather even your achievements with them, guess what? Before you know it, everything will collapse. And that is because you are dealing with a monitoring spirit. Hence, you need to be careful who you share your dreams, your goals, your progress, because not everybody wants to see you progress. So it's important you check who you share your dreams and your goals with. It goes beyond friends. It goes beyond ordinary people. It comes down to family members as well. There are people who are surrounded by portals to these spirits. Some of you, your own mother. Some of you, your own father. Some of you, your own sister. I'm talking about you knowing that this deal is a done deal. And before you know it, out of excitement, out of joy, you share it with your sister, you share it with your father, you share it with your mother. And before you know it, everything goes haywire. And you come back and wonder why and what happened. How come this deal was a done deal? What really happened is because that very moment when you shared that, a monitoring spirit was informed that this is what's going to happen. And what they do is they specialize in causing havoc in the lives of men, in the lives of people. So every time you share something that is about to happen to you, or something that you're about to do for yourself or in your life, whether it's a business, whether it doesn't matter what it is, if you want to build a house or you want to buy a car, it is very important. Actually, it's wisdom for you to keep quiet about it, because not everybody around you wants to see you go up, wants to see you win, wants to see you succeed. So some people are strategically positioned by the enemy, just as you have destiny helpers. Believe it or not, the opposite is true. You also have destiny destroyers. And this is so important for a child of God to understand, because Satan only moves with what he knows. A monitoring spirit only moves because of what it knows. I'll give another example, and we talk about familiar spirits. In the book of Matthew chapter 3, and you read verses 12, Jesus is baptized by a man called John. The heavens opened. The Holy Spirit came in a form of a dove, and a voice spoke and said, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased." What did the voice say? "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased." Before that, we have never seen Satan attack Jesus. Jesus, at the age of 12, confused scholars, answered questions in the synagogue. The time he was lost, he was able to shock even scholars at that time, but Satan was never bothered. It was until when heaven revealed to the people in Jordan and to John the Baptist who Jesus was, "This is my son, in whom I am well pleased," that when you read Matthew chapter 4, the Bible says, "And Satan came after Jesus and said to Jesus, 'If you are the Son of God.'" You see now, he's using what he had. He did not say, "If you are the Savior of the world, if you are Christ, if you are the only begotten of the Father that he loves." No. He used what he had, and he said, "If you are a son of God, turn this stone to become bread." So monitoring spirits, they only move based on what they know. The information you share with others, the information you tell others, that's what they use to afflict you. So you need to be very careful here, because we always say it, and I'm going to say it again: if you watch your mouth, you don't have to watch your back.
Please love your neighbor as you love yourself.
As a researcher, you're going to come across all kinds of things, and you have to take precautions. And this would be something that I wouldn't just walk up real quick to. I'd walk up and try not to make a lot of noise. That is a mud mermaid, and if you're not careful, if you get too close...
What is that?